Look what I found. This I have been missing for 24 years. This is my fire kit that I made when I was a lot younger. And I have not opened this up yet. I believe I remember what's inside. So I came out here to do a little primitive camping, and this is the only fire kit I brought with me intentionally, because I know that what's inside of here will work, should work. I really hope it's gonna work. What do you say we open this up and see what's inside and if it still works? So when I was younger, I built this kit and I used it for several years and then lost it. It was buried amongst a whole bunch of tools that I recently came across. It's made of some, whatever, cheap leather. I made a little button out of wood for it and laced it up very crudely, but it's held up. Let's pop it open and take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Ah, yes. Okay, so first things first, I have a hand-forged steel. This is a steel that was made by a real blacksmith, and the counterpart to that is these two pieces of rock here. These are flint. I believe these are Iowa flint. Iowa flint? Could be wrong, but that's what I was told. Here we are for the first time in 24 years making sparks with it. The most important part of this kit is inside of here. When I went through survival camps when I was younger, it was drilled into my head to make sure your tinder is sealed in a Ziploc bag so that no moisture can get to it. Based on that information right there, I know that the tinder material that's in this bag should be dry. I really hope it is, because that's the primary ignition source I have for tonight. So let's check it out. That's a really old Ziploc bag. Oh man, is there any in here? Yes, there is. There is, looks like maybe 1 or 2 pieces of char cloth in here. Char cloth is basically just cotton, and it's been baked or charred so that it is able to catch a spark and then turn into an ember. You can make char cloth with an Altoids can or any kind of like metal tin like this. Basically, you just pop a really tiny hole in here and fill it with like 1 inch, 2 inch squares of cotton, like jeans. Jeans work really, really well. You just seal it up, you throw it in the fire, you watch for smoke to come out of the hole. You watch for fire to come out of the hole that you put into the tin. When the fire stops, you gently, with some pliers or some sticks, take that out of the fire and let it cool. You have to let it cool completely before you open it, because if any air gets to it inside, it could ignite the char cloth and then you just don't have anything to work with. So why is char cloth so cool? It catches the tiniest spark from the flint and steel. It'll actually turn into an ember and burn very, very hot. If you have adequate tinder to put around it, you can actually get a fire started. So that's what we're gonna do right now, hopefully. I'm gonna make what we call a bird's nest now. I found some cattail on the way into the campsite in a marsh, and this is the secret sauce. This is what's gonna help us get this fire started today. So I wanna fluff this up and make sure that it's got plenty of airflow to it before I throw any kind of spark. This is gonna go up so fast. I'm gonna save a little bit in reserve in case I gotta strike that other piece of tinder. In this bag is super, super old char cloth. Hopefully it doesn't just fall apart. I'm gonna be really careful. This is like an artifact. This is a time capsule going back in time. So here we go. How many do I got in here? Oh, I got 3 pieces in here. Dude. Okay, so if we can't make it happen with 3 pieces, then I am no survivalist whatsoever. I'm gonna take the first piece out, put these back. Maybe for another 24 years from now, I'll do this again. So we got our char cloth, we laid it in amongst the cattails here. And now the fun part. See, look at that, we got an ember already caught. I don't know if you can see that, but See, it took a little bit. That's why you gotta have all these sticks ready to throw on it. The amazing thing about this fire is that it's got that backdrop on it, and it's pushing all the heat into my shelter. Even though it's going to be literally freezing tonight, I am going to be very comfortable. Okay, so when you're looking for firewood that's gonna last you all night long, and you don't wanna be, you know, chasing down little tiny pieces all night long, you gotta find you something like this. This still has its top, so it means that the inside is gonna be bone dry, and it's just about ready to come over. In fact, I can probably knock it down with one hand. Voila, dry firewood for the night. All right, it's time for me to make some dinner. I hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Okay, so seriously, pine needle tea tastes so incredibly good. It's just amazing. You gotta get all the pine needles out and then you throw it back. Get on the train. Get on the pine needle train.